Administering performance-based assessments come with unique challenges. The following are common situations you may face and how to address them. When responding to client questions, consider how the response will impact testing. If the response would affect the client's behavior in a way that would affect scoring, decline to answer.
Do you want me to use this?
I'm sorry, just as a reminder, we cannot have a conversation during the assessment.
You may have to give this response multiple times over the course of a testing session. If you give this response and the client does not know how to progress further in the task, begin queuing. Only respond if there are unclear parameters related to what they are allowed to do, and the response relates to the test but would not affect scoring.
Can I move this container over to the counter?
Yes, you can.
Some clients use items available in the testing environment in addition to or instead of what is in the box. The administrator should do what is necessary to clear the kitchen beforehand. However, if a client is searching in the cabinets or closed areas, you should cue them to the items in the box. If something is in plain sight, for example, a timer or a spoon, they may use these items and do not interrupt them. They may also use their cell phones as timers. Remember, this is a test and the items in the box are a part of the test. During the cooking task, some clients do not use the pasta measurer. Test administrators should cue the client to use the pasta measurer, and if necessary, with a direct verbal cue of, measure enough pasta to fit through the 1/2 hole. If they voice in the same way that they are unfamiliar with that tool, redact the cue on the scoring sheet. When clients use an alternative method of tracking the cooking time of the pasta and sauce instead of using the timer. If it is not apparent that the client is using the timer, start cueing them to keep track of time. However, if through queuing you find out they're using a clock available in the environment accurately, then don't count the queuing. Clients may not estimate time based on visual appearance of pasta or previous cooking experience. The directions specify time tracking. How do you administer the 2 follow-up questions? The first question is, what do you need to take with this medicine? The correct answer is food and water. The second question is, what do you need to be careful of when taking this medicine? The correct answer is to not take on an empty stomach, or to take with food in stomach. This is not the same thing as taking with food. That response is incorrect. The questions are asked after the task is done and the timer is stopped, but if the responses are incorrect, then the cues are still recorded on the scoring sheet under judgment and safety. At the end of the medication management task, the client must describe how to take the Sunday evening medications. If they inadvertently give a correct answer in their description, it is unnecessary to ask that particular question. For example, if during the task a client explained that they would take the Sunday evening medications with food and water, then the first medication question has been answered fully and only the second question still needs to be asked. The order of bills pay deposits matter on the balance sheet is a very important and precarious thing for new test administrators. The order of the bills and pay deposits does not matter. What does matter is that the client never pays bills late, never goes into debt, and that all the bills and pay deposits are included on the balance sheet to end up with the correct ending balance. There is no normative data or scaled scores. We have control data in the Excel file on the web page that came from the validation study. Can this test be used as a retest? You cannot use the same test multiple times to track performance because of the learning effect. However, our goal is to publish multiple tasks soon that could be used in conjunction with the EFPT as an outcome measure. Find more questions in the Frequently Asked Questions handout. For more information about the EFPT or for references, contact Dr. Timothy J. Wolf. For more information about the EFPT, contact Dr. Carolyn Baum.